when the bright dawn was magic for us. An epistolary poem by Pernost and Dahl. Dear Dora, I wondered where you could be, how you could have just left, not thinking to say goodbye. You know me, that I cry over this. But I know you're not like that, not like anything but the beautiful soul you are, you always are. The day I awakened, sun on my face, so warm in my small, lazy bed. The sleepiness still held tightly closed my sore eyes and my pained mind. I opened them, a yawn, soft rubbing fists. This is the best part of days for me. After a long, mostly sleepless night, I always want to stay in bed a while, feeling what I need to feel. I still grieve Johnny, of course, impatiently staring at the walls like the answers are writ plain there. Life is difficult, but I found a life. And difficult or not, it's mine. I met a nice guy named Brian, beguiled by his charm and presence. I fell in love. Maybe not in love. So hard for me to know sometimes. He helped me forget about myself, and the nightmares faded a little. I found myself smiling for no reason. Don't know why I even tell you. 'Cause Brian moved out a week ago, broke up with me, so cavalier. He attacked me with the small problems, but our 6-month history weighed nothing at all. Yes, I'm sure you can see here that I still write in my poetry book. How else to capture darkest thoughts and look for some happier ones? I do seek my happy, so don't laugh. I just try to make pretty things out of my craziness, if nothing else. It is sunny outside today, I see through the cracked window of my tiny, tiny studio apartment. The old joke, I have to step outside just to change my mind, but I thought of that as I dressed myself, standing on ribbons of available floor, around a worn bed and old dresser. I picked out a nice blue dress, but I guess a little long, a little plain. I wanted to feel kind of pretty today, though at the place where I work, they'd probably think me frumpy. Or worse, maybe they'd like the dress, and still only focus their eyes on everything else bad about me. Oh, what a shame, and she's so pretty, they'd say, so sympathetic. I'm done shedding my tears. A lie, of course, as my tear ducts have much too much to say. It was early, but I'm rarely hungry, so I grabbed a cup of coffee at a new place I hadn't tried. I spend much of my money finding and buying coffee. You laugh, I know you laugh, because I don't drink coffee. I know you love coffee though, so I just buy it and think of you. I'm here, you see, dearest sister, here, back in our city of memories, where I know that you're hiding. For my own reasons, I'm here too. Caroline, he called to me smiling, the manager, the barista, or coffee guy, whatever he was. He mistook me for someone else. I asked if Evan worked there, your Evan, and he said he doesn't. His name, his job, were my only clues. I kept looking for you. I looked in my wallet today, and I don't have much money, but I considered skipping lunch today. Today is a dinner day, I decided. I have crackers in my purse. It's a long walk to my job, but it was early. I had time. So I walked west on Congress Street, past the fast food places, and little rundown shops, and many massage parlors. As I walked past the Raven, I looked to see who would play there, though I'm afraid to go out at night. When the jazz singer is there, though, in a couple weeks, I'll have to brave the darkness. Jessica Tiago, she's amazing. I just listened from outside last time, wanting music, not drink. I feared the crowd there. Her voice, so warm and caring, always makes me cry, and her eloquent guitar takes me far, far away from a day of troubles. I continued down Congress, well down past the park, past the main entrance gate, and just around the corner, onto Bellevue toward Beggar Row. That's what most people call it, but some call it Little Bellevue. Frank is almost always there. You remember Frank, of course, from when we lived on the street. I half thought you might find him. I don't know what for, but I thought maybe revenge, maybe in desperation. Little girl, he called out to me, sounding more like Lil Gull, because he is always so drunk. He's fallen on hard times since Jimmy died of a drug overdose, and now he's scrawny, old, and gray. I don't think he'll last long, and that brings tears to my eyes, but not because he deserves to live. I remember him too well. I just wish that. I don't know what I wish. Maybe I wish it was different. I wish I'd been smarter, more mature. Has little to do with Frank, I guess, more about what we went through. We were so young, so afraid. Could he not feel sympathy for us? But I don't know what was in his head, what pain and what fear drove him. "Hi, Frank," I said, putting $10 in his cup. "Get yourself some food, okay?" "I always looked out for you, little girl," he mumbled, shoving the money in his pocket. I cried when he said that. He sounded like me. Did you hear me the way I heard him? Do you blame me for your childhood suffering? Or maybe years later, when I was lost, confused, I wasn't there enough for you. I'm not connected to anyone else on Bellevue, just remember them all by now, from all the times I've visited there. I know their names, talk to them a little, the 5 or 6 morning regulars mostly, because I come by almost every day. There's a new guy, maybe 60 or 65, last on the road today, coughing a lot. I had never seen him before, so I walked up to him to ask his name. He reminded me of my father, who died so long, long ago. Or at least I think he seemed kind of the way Daddy might look today. Tall, thin, graying, with piercing blue eyes. My eyes suddenly began to tear, and I breathed deeply and let it go. I can't be knotted up with my inner sad, seeing my father's face in every nice old man I find. I awkwardly held my coffee in the crook of my elbow while balancing my purse, fishing for my wallet, when suddenly I was hit, shoved to the hard pavement. The young man sprinted away with my wallet in his hand, while I lay on the sidewalk, covered in cold, unwanted coffee. The old man, so like my father, trotted awkwardly after the thief, and I just watched him in shock, fishing carefully in the garbage can at the end of Bellevue Street. corner where the man escaped. He brought back my wallet. "Sorry, Primus," he'd said. "I got the wallet, but it's empty." He was breathing heavy, coughing, but he helped me over to sit with him on the blankets that marked his spot. He gave me napkins from his bag. The man, Jared's his name, saw my tears. Now, pretty miss," he'd said. "There's no need for the tears." He told me, "Just keep your shine going, and you're gonna be all right." He handed me a crisp $5 bill. "Not much, but it'll buy another coffee." I accepted the money gratefully and promised I'd come back soon. He smiled at me. I think he liked me. It made me feel like I shine. I saw a coffee shop just there, a tiny one just across the street. I'd never noticed it before, and I decided to buy another coffee. So now I sit here outside your building, as long as I have the courage to sit here, crying quietly but hopeful. I love you for what you were, and for what you can be, and I want to love you now. Part of me wants to go back, wants you to be a little girl again and sit on my lap for stories, and look at me like you used to. We can find our way back to when the bright dawn was magic for us. I could have gone to your door, I could have tried to call you once I found out where you live. Instead, I dropped off this letter, slid it under your door, and ran. I just want you to have the choice to find your own way with Evan, without me and our memories. But maybe I think there's room for me too in your life. I'll wait here a while, out of the way, just across the street to not intrude. Through the night and into the morning, just hoping, waiting and praying. Preparing myself to be happy, and resigned to be sad, dear sister. Love, Annie.